Good evening, welcome. Thank you for coming out tonight to Arden's Garden. It's wonderful to see you all here, and welcome to those of you watching at home. We're so pleased to have you tonight. We're very pleased to welcome Mr. Steve Young.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to do an old song about street singers I heard when I was a kid. I play the ragtime blue guitar, play it near and far, play on the street all around, I travel on that old Greyhound. Waiting on my guitar, she's my old friend. She knows where I've been, she understands how I feel, she knows the blues are real. Well, if you don't like what I play, friend, you ain't gotta pay. You got no money, that's okay, I won't be getting rich no way. Yeah, but I play my blues alright, play out every night, and if you want me to, I'll play these blues for you. Well, I play the ragtime blue guitar, I face some wind and rain, whole lot of things that I've been through. It's, oh, I can sing these blues. I hear you passing laws against my kind, street singers that are blind, but your ordinance I refuse. I got a right to sing these blues. Your ordinance I refuse. I got a right to sing these blues. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a song that no doubt originated in the British Isles with the Celts and came to Appalachia and changed again some there. And then I have rewrote the song as well and kept some of the old part and added some new. It's a song called Little Birdie. A little birdie, a little birdie, come and sing me a song. You know I got a short time to be here, I got a long time to be gone. A little birdie, yeah, little birdie, what makes you fly so high? Well, it's because I am a true, true little bird. do not fear to die. And if the grace is coming, well, you know, I say, just let it come. 'Cause it won't need no TV preachers beating on their drum, little birdie, hey, little birdie. Now what makes me love you? Well, it's because you see me in my sorrow, but I'm searching for a patch of blue, just like you, a little birdie, a little birdie. Come and sing me a song. I got a short time to be here. I got a long time to be gone. Thank you. Well, you know, sometimes musicians move very slowly. I meant to learn this song about 25 years ago. I finally learned it. It's a Billy Ed Wheeler song. I'm riding down this cold town road. Man, listen to them rubber tires whine. Goodbye to buck-eyed white sycamore. I'm leaving you behind. Yeah, now I've been a coal man all my life, laying down track, you know. Got a back like an ironwood, bent by the wind, blood vein blue as the coal. Yeah, now somebody said, boy, that's a strange tattoo that you wearing on the side of your head. I said, man, that's the mark of the number 9 coal. A little more and I'd be dead. Yeah, but I love the rumble, I love the dark, I love the cool of the sleigh. It's just going down the road, looking for a job, looking and traveling I hate. You know, I stood for the union, walked in the line, fought against the company, stood for the UMW of A. So who's gonna stand for me? 'Cause I got no home now, I got no pay, just got a worried soul, and this blue tattoo on the side of my head, left by the number 9 coal. Someday when I die, to heaven, that land of dreams. I won't have to worry about losing no job to hard times and big machines. And I won't have to pay my money away just to lose my hospital play. I'm gonna work in the cold while the blue heavens roll and sing with the angel band. 'Cause I've been a cold man all my life, laying down track, you know. I got a back like an ironwood, bent by the wind, blood vein blue as the coal. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, occasionally, once or twice, I did sort of write a humorous song. And this was an attempt to write one about these cousins I had in Georgia who had 12 kids in a family and lived in a shack, but they had 50 acres of land that they lived off of, and they kind of beat the system for a long time. And they used to jokingly call themselves white trash, but of course, really they were. So this is called the White Trash Song, just to commemorate their lifestyle. It's kind of a punk bluegrass type of thing. Hey, I wake up every morning, about to break it down, and hear the rooster crowing, and feel all alone. Well, you know, there's honeysuckle outside my window and dew sparkling on the vine. Little squirrels barking like they was a mountain lion. And I get to thinking about the roads and all them times that I come home again. You know, I was born a child to these muddy roads, die here lonesome as the wind. 'Cause all my cars, they broke down, they're laying in my front yard. Man, I ought to get one together, but the work just seems too hard. Yeah, but a man come around this morning and he wanted to paint my barn. Well, he painted Rock City, U.S. Highway 41. Yeah, but I used to have a church woman, pretty as she could be, 'cause she run off with old Jimmy Swagger up in Nashville, Tennessee. So I drink a whole lot of whiskey, mama, you know I drink a lot of booze. Yeah, I'm a midnight country rambler, man, I ain't got nothing to lose. Mama, don't worry none about no name. Tell him I come in the morning when I left with the Georgia rain. Just say he could play an old fiddle, make a dobro ring. He could make a guitar sparkle City, U.S. Highway 41. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, by 1962, I was hanging out, living in Montgomery, Alabama, and I was always a little bit different for a Southerner, and I went up to New York City, and I saw Phil Oakes and Bob Dylan at a distance, and they were doing protest songs. I thought that was very cool, and I went back to Montgomery and tried it there, but it didn't work well at all. They suggested I leave Montgomery, which was a good idea. I was pretty bored anyway. In fact, that led to me coming to California the first time, which really changed me a lot. And before I left Montgomery, I wrote this song called Montgomery in the Rain, and it's kind of a reference to Hank Williams. He's buried in Montgomery, and used to go out and drink and sing songs by his grave, you know, just for inspiration. So this is called Montgomery in the Rain. Hey, I am again down in Montgomery, Alabama. You know my luck ain't never been up, but I'm used to it down. So all you people don't look at me and frown. I don't want to stay here, and I'm just rolling through your town. You know, I've just come back here to see an old stained window pane, to look back to a year through a tear in an old window pane. Well, I did want to see Montgomery in the rain. Around these streets and old houses, a lot of changes I've been through. From the top of the town to washing cars and being down out in blue. Yeah, I once met a woman here with ways like I never had seen. We used to ramble between here and old New Orleans. So I've just come back here to remember joy and a pain. Before you tear it all down and bring out your crane. Well, I did want to see Montgomery in the rain. So you don't have to hide your baby. You don't have to go get no gun. I know I look funny to you all, honey, but I'm just one. Who was once from here, now who's come back again. I'm not asking for nothing but my song and a cemetery wind. 'Cause if it's all right with you, before I get back on my train, I want to go out by Hank's tombstone, cry me up a thunderstorm chain. 'Cause I did want to see Montgomery in the rain. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, this is I guess my most famous song, which I would love to change somehow. And it's odd being a songwriter because I'm apparently a very poor judge of what people might like or what might sell or whatever. And this is one of those songs that I didn't think anybody would ever really like. I thought it was just a little something that I liked. And you may have heard this song by people like the Eagles or, big groups or people. I do it quite differently than they do. I do it slow. Kind of like an old Celtic ballad. But as I always say, they can do it any way they want to. I'm hoping Britney Spears will do it. That would be real interesting. Hey there, stars in the southern skies. Southward as you go, there's the moonlight and moss in the trees. Down the 7 bridges road. Now I've loved you like a baby, and like some lonesome child. Yeah, I've loved you in a tame way. Sometimes there is a part of me has to turn around and go, running like a child, for beneath warm stars, down the 7 bridges road. So there's stars in that southern sky. And if ever you decide you want to go, there's a taste of time, sweet and honey, down the seven bridges road. Sometimes there is a part of me has to turn around and go, running like a child far beneath warm stars down the seven bridges road. Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to let you guys in the audience ask some questions, but first I want to let the folks watching at home know that if you're just tuning in, you're watching Mr. Steve Young, and you can find him on the internet at steveyoung.net. If you have a question for Steve, if you'd raise your hand, I'll come over to you with the microphone. Who's going to break the ice tonight? Oh, we've got one over here. Okay. Here you go.
How old were you when you started playing the guitar?
Well, by the time I was 14 when I got a real guitar. I mean, I always wanted one from the time I was a little bitty kid. In fact, I was told that I would make up 30-minute songs and stories and drive everybody crazy when I was a tiny kid. I had a plastic guitar then. But by the time I was 14, somebody in the family became convinced that I was serious, and they came up with the money to get a real guitar. It was an ES 125 Gibson thin body, Sunburst. And so from there, and I'll tell you something interesting too, maybe at your age, that a lot of what I know, I learned in the first 3 years of once I got that guitar. I think there's something about, you know, the young mind or something that can learn a lot.
Thank you. Anybody else? I see one over here.
Where is Seven Bridges Road, and a little story behind that song is one of my favorite
Okay.
songs.
Well, the Seven Bridges Road I wrote about was outside of Montgomery, Alabama, and that was the folk name for the road. I thought it was a name that my friends had made up, you know, but you did cross seven bridges as you went out of town, and you went out there just to get away from things, and there was a lot to get away from in Montgomery, and so, you know, it was like this beautiful nature thing out there, and it turned into these high bank dirt roads. If the moon was out and you were stoned a little bit, it looked like something out of maybe Walt Disney, you know, a fantasy. And the moss starts to hang down in the trees, Spanish moss, and big old oak trees, and it was just a beautiful, you know, ride out there. And now I've learned since, though, that there are other Seven Bridges roads, too. And the song intrigues even me because I'm not totally sure what it means. But I guess it taps into something. You know, the number 7 is always showing up in all these spiritual ideas and everything. And I don't know, but somehow this connected with people, this song.
Anybody else? Yeah, one way over here. I'm just getting my exercise back and forth here.
You mentioned at the beginning of the program that moving from the South, Montgomery to California, changed you. How did it change you?
Well, you know, I had a hard time growing up in the South, actually, because I just didn't think the way I was supposed to think, and it may have had something to do with my father, who was sort of different. He was part Native American. He didn't grow up in any Indian culture, but it was just something kind of different about him. And I don't know, I've often wondered, you know, how was it that I was just like I was from another planet or something. And but when I got to California, I felt more at home. You know, I felt like this is more sort of a consciousness I could relate to or something. So I guess I know that I was a weirdo too. You know, I don't know. But I arrived in San Francisco in North Beach in 1963. I was hoping to find some beatniks, but they were all gone.
Thank you, Steve. Let's bring down the house lights and go back into some music.
All right. Well, now, talk about writing songs. This is one that I wrote and forgot all about it. I kind of threw it away. I didn't think it was very good. It may not be, but it had 15 minutes of fame. And with a funny title. It's a song called Lonesome, Ornery, and Mean. And it became sort of an anthem for Waylon Jennings in the heyday of country rock. And so it was this kind of macho country rock song. But the ironic part is that the song was about the idea of giving up drugs and alcohol and playing sober, which was a unique idea. Because I was always a little ahead of my time, you know. And Waylon never really knew what it was about. This is Lonesome, Ornery, and Mean. On a Greyhound bus, Lord, I'm riding this morning, going on down the street for New Orleans, rambling these old highways, doing things my way, been making me lonesome, ornery and mean. Well, her hair was jet black, and her name was Bodine. Thought she were the queen of the Basin Street Queen. She got tired of that old smoky wine dream. She began feeling lonesome, ornery and mean. So we got together and we cashed in our sweeps, getting to some old beggar mauling in the streets. Stood there escaping from a snowy white dream, but he began looking lonesome, ornery and mean. So I'm down in the valley where the wheel turned low. Head down, I pray to the Lord of my soul. Come on now, Lord, help me jump clean. You know I'm tired of being lonesome, ornery and mean. Well, this is one of my more unusual songs, and that's saying something considering some of my songs. This is about a man talking to his son who's just been born. We've been together on this earth before. Down in New Mexico, red of the skin, Indian. That was a long time ago. We've stood and gazed at the moon just like this. Stood here loving the stars. We swam the rivers in the forest below before the coming of the cars. Well, we had the rains, hey, we had the wind. Our lands, they knew no end. And we were satisfied to live and to die in the way of the Indian. But gone are the ways we used to know. Gone the peace of old. Now all is out on a frantic road in search of the vanishing gold. Yeah, we're born white men now. We must do what we can. Even though they suffer the land, perhaps there's something we could do for this earth. Come and I'll take your hand. For dimmed are the stars that we used to know. Hey, the rivers, they all run unclean. The earth cries out, but she is not heard, except in the Indian dream. Ah, may the hills of your life not be too steep. May the old ways not run too deep. May the seasons of your youth be as graceful as then, when we were brothers of the wind. Yeah, my son, you know I'm glad that you're born, for we rode together as one. We were free back then, we were men back then, when we were the Indians. Well, this song was inspired by a certain neighborhood in Los Angeles, believe it or not. The old part of LA, like in the hills around Silver Lake and Echo Park and those kind of places. It could be about a little Mexican village, really. It's about an area called Silver Lake, but Silver Lake has changed some since this song, but just trying to capture here the part of the thing about some parts of LA that I like. Looks like a holy city, baby, with the hills aglow. Holy city, with the hills aglow. Yeah, Silver Lake, it's about more than gold. They got some Spanish angels. They got a lot of soul. You know, they got some Mexican angels. They got a lot of soul. Yeah, Silver Lake, it's about more than gold. So hey now, Rosa Maria, say a prayer for me. Put a candle in the window so the jaded might see. Oh, now, Rosa Maria, thank you for praying for me. Well, you know, a poor boy can still go over there and find a place to stay. Well, at least south of Sunset, he'll find a place to rest his soul. Yeah, it's Silver Lake, baby. It's about more than gold. So hey now, Rosa Maria, say a prayer for me. And put a candle in the window so the jaded might see. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you. Okay, now this next song takes a little explaining. First of all, Tom Russell deserves the glory for writing the song because he did the real work of writing it because he ran with the idea that I told him about. The concept of it, and so then we didn't know what to do, and I didn't, and he decided, and we decided we'd just be we'd have to be co-writers. That's the way the decision was made, because I started the song, but he actually did the work of making it into what it is. And the song started in Lyon, France. I had a gig in Lyon. It was the first gig I'd ever had in France. It was pretty hard to get a gig there because they only like things that are French, which I don't blame them. And Lyon, the old part of the city, you know, I was under the spell of it. It's this old place, and everything's like, it looks like a work of art. A doorway looks like a work of art. Kind of the opposite of Walmart. And it's where two big rivers meet there. Then there's these monasteries up on the hill and all this. And I was playing a little, what used to be a jazz club in a basement, and it was great, except that all the French smoke cigarettes. They smoke a lot of cigarettes, and there was no ventilation of any kind. I found out they issue cigarettes in birth in France, you know. And there was this beautiful woman, though, in the back, and she had these haunting eyes and everything, and I could barely see her back there in the haze. And it was a long time ago. I had a few illusions left then, you know. And she just disappeared in the haze. She didn't even buy a CD or anything. But I called her the Angel of Lyon. So I told Tom about all this and sort of the beginning of the song, and then he went and wrote a great song. He had a vision of Anne-Marie with a rosary in her hand. So let's exit the rainmaker, that old gray flannel man. And with a closet full of business suits and a letter by the phone, he said, I'm on my way to paradise to see the angel of Leon. And he caught a train in Brussels. He ordered cognac and croissant. He made a mental list of things he owned but did not want. All the buildings, the real estate, the antique glass and stone. He'd take a vow of poverty to see the angel of Leon. And he sang of least the parts he knew. He watched the shadow of the train on the towns they rode through, till they crossed two sacred rivers, the Rhone and the Somme. The male and female spirits of the city of Leon. And he waited on the bridge where they met the year before. The days turned to weeks, the seasons numbered 4, and his clothes grew worn and ragged as through the streets he roamed, searching every open window for his angel of Leon. And he sang Ave Maria, at least the parts he knew. He watched his shadow on the walls of the streets he walked through. He crossed the sacred rivers, the Rhone and the Somme, but they did not give him the secret of the angel of Leon. Candles burning in the Basilica tonight, where Sister Eve Maria is the keeper of the light. And down a maze of alleyways walks a saint of rag and bone, a madman torn asunder by the angel of Leon. And he sang Ave Maria, at least the parts he knew. He watched his shadow on the walls of the streets he walked through. He crossed the sacred rivers, the Rhone and the Somme, but they never gave him the secret of the angel of Leon. Thank you. Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. Thank you. Well, we're going to do a bit of a song. Maybe we'll fade out on this one. And it is one slightly optimistic song. I took a Prozac one time and wrote this. Have a laugh, have a smile, walk your path a little while. It's all right, it's okay. Tell that what's sure in your mind. You're not running out of time. You called on an eternal dime. That the truth is still on the line. And have a laugh, just have a smile. Be good to yourself once in a while. It's all right, it's okay. You know it's going on back to the truth someday. So have a laugh, just have a smile. Love yourself once in a while.